knew you were a computer guru when I asked the question about closed caption for the videos.
Oh
And
yes.
you started, well, you're going to have to go, whoa. I'm good to turn the computer on.
Well, you know what led me to that avenue was the exact reason that you are tapping into captions, which is to be able to reach more people. Um,
Right.
so on my channel, I know Spanish, but I normally just talk English, and so I've reached out and have attracted a lot of people who only speak Spanish. So I thought, why not, translate with the closed caption into Spanish? And then I went to even a deeper mindset on the business aspect and said, well, if it's people that's watching it that only speak Spanish, I said, well, let me look at the top languages in the country. And I picked the top four languages in the country and I translated the English language to all four of those languages as well on one of my videos just because I wanted to track the analytics. So the thing that is daunting about it is that they don't have an automatic kind of manuscript. They can give you your words, but I find that a lot of the times, what they think that you said is not what you actually said. So you end up going back into the script and rewriting everything. But then you have to take the English and obviously go to whatever translator you use and translate it line by line to the language that you want it to be represented. So on my channel, I have one video that I did Chinese, I did I put it in Indian, uh, and it probably was like Japanese and French.
Okay. Well, YouTube gives you that option when you're setting up your live stream to choose the closed caption language.
Yeah.
But it confuses me because I'm wondering, is that the target so that they click on closed captions and they see their language, or what? I tried doing that by changing it to another language, and all it did was show me English.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exactly what it is. It's more of a target because my default is Spanish. So everything in my setup is Spanish, and even sometimes when I don't put it to English, everything still remains in Spanish except I talk in English, which it still shows up in English. So you still have to change it over. So with that closed caption is more of a target to let it know, okay, this is English being spoken.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, that's disappointing. You think that would be
Yeah,
something they could do, you know?
exactly. And I feel like they are at that point where, voice recognition, you should be able to do that without any problems.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if they came up with that so that no matter where you are, you have a closed caption button. You click it, it knows where you are, and it shows you the captions in your language.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. And that's
Ni-
the thing, it kind of sucks.
yeah, Nikon sent me a video to watch. It was Nikon, I can't remember, was it NPS? I don't remember where, but they had closed caption in English, I believe. Yeah. So I could watch it, and I understand that your translation 100% probability is low.
Yeah.
I understand that. But you can get the point across, and I could watching that video. And I'm thinking, man, I'd love to be able to do this because there are a lot of people out there that may come across. Well, I see it in the algorithm, or not the
Yeah.
algorithm, in the analytics, from different countries. And I know sometimes, especially for a live stream like this without a lot of graphics or video and stuff going on, they're just going to tune right out because they don't understand what's being said.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like the person that watches my videos consistently, I know I'm talking English and I know he can't understand it. So, the good thing is that most of the time he can understand just visually watching, what the lesson is. But I always try to go back and explain in Spanish what's going on. But I wanted to keep up with being able to translate everything. But just think about it. If you are on this live stream for 2 hours and you have said 2 hours worth of words, that is a task when you go to translate it.
And then actually syncing it to what's actually going on in the video.
Exactly, because that's the other piece. You have to line the words up with the audio line as well. It
Yeah.
does it does give you an option to let it automatically sync, but when I've used that, the words were all over the place.
Which of course defeats the whole purpose.
Exactly. What's going on, Anthony Toglife?
So who all? Hey, Anthony, good to see you, man. Just I'm picking T Mid's brain, his computer brain, on some of the questions I have. Just so you know, a quick rundown. I finally pulled the plug or pulled the trigger on Restream, and because they are offering right now 50% off of their any level of their package, and you just can't pass that up. So anyway, T Mid dropped in just to say hi, and I talked him into coming on live. This is first time running it, but we got a couple of bugs, or at least the audio bugs, worked out, and we're just sitting here chatting about that. I hope I'm not boring everybody else in here. Anybody else that's in here, you got a question for T Mid? Drop it, man. He's here now. I'm going to hang on to him for a minute.
Yeah, so definitely. I know you. We talked about it yesterday. Uh, that beast of a camera, the Nikon D850.
Yeah.
So, is your background kind of started with D850?
No, I started, and you guys were talking about that yesterday. I started with the D5000. Actually, I started with Canon way back when. I used to shoot
Okay.
some film. The Army taught me how to film, develop, field develop black and white, uh, and export that. And then we learned how to run the enlarger and everything else. Long story short, I really enjoyed photography. I learned all the basics going through all that course for what I had to do at the time. And
Mm.
then I put it away because family got in the way. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
Uh, this is an expensive hobby if you really get into it. But I picked up a D5000 way back when, and just started playing with it, shooting at some events for myself, and got hooked again. And then it just got out of
okay.
control. I mean,
So,
out of control.
so you wouldn't happen to have been through Fort Leonard Wood, have you?
I've been through Fort Leonard Wood,
Okay.
but all my time has been, well, it's been spent overseas, really. But
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was stationed down at Hunter Army Airfield in Georgia,
Okay.
and
Okay.
also the only other place is uh, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Spent a
Okay.
lot of time at Fort Bragg going to school and
Yeah.
different things. But anyway,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought the D5000, had a great time with it, and then thought, okay, now I got to upgrade. I picked up a D300S, which was a great camera.
I just seen one of
Then,
those.
yeah, and then bought a
Yeah.
D700 and shot with those for a while. And from there, went to the D800 and D4 when those two came out.
Man.
Sold the D4, the D800, bought a D810, bought a
Oh,
D5, sold another camera. I can't even remember now. D700, bought the D500. So I still have the D500, D850 because I eventually bought a D850. So
okay.
right now, what I have is a Z6, Z6 II, D850, and a D500. Sold my D5 to fund the Z9.
Well, I know that that Z9 is definitely the hot topic right now. I think
You know it.
Anthony is asking you what Restream is.
I just saw that. Anthony, are you familiar with StreamYard? I know you've been talking a lot with Ryan Troy. He uses StreamYard, and it's basically the same thing, just another company. They are very similar. There's only a couple of things that one does, the other doesn't do. So it's just a matter of looking at what each one do and see if it fits what you're wanting to do. And it's on sale right now. I tried the free version and I didn't like the free version because it wouldn't let me simultaneously stream to one of my other Facebook pages, and it only streamed the output was 720p, so I didn't care for that either. I went back and watched after I had done one live stream and thought, oh, that's horrendous. Nobody's going to want to watch this. So anyway, I didn't think I would be able to get it this year with the D850, or I'm sorry, the Z9 coming on, and I'm really holding on to money for that. But they are running a Black Friday special right now, 50% off, and I jumped on it. And there you have it. Hey, thanks for the thanks for the comment on the light setup. Yeah, right now it is, and this sale runs until the 29th of this month at midnight Pacific. And I know you're on the West Coast, so you got till midnight out there on the 29th. And right now there are five different levels, but to get to the 1080p output level, it's $245 for the year. Regularly 490, which is why I was hesitating to even do it. But
Yeah,
you can't pass up $245 savings. So here we are.
yeah, I definitely agree, and I believe these tools because I have been live streaming a lot lately with just kind of with the YouTube setup. Besides when I live stream with my photo shoots, but with the YouTube setup, these platforms are phenomenal for that.
Yeah. All right. I want to show you something else real quick. So, anybody's got a comment for a question for T Mid, hit it. I'm going to show you T Mid what I was talking about last night. I've got the
Okay.
Z62 set up over here. I'm going to start up the Mars Hollyland transmitter, and you'll be able to see everything that's on the screen, LCD screen, or in the viewfinder for shooting, which I want to use when I get the Z9. So, just a
Okay.
second, gentlemen. Ask him a question. He's a genius.
don't take his word for it. I'm just the man behind the man, trying to be the man. But I do also shoot Nikon right now. I shoot the Nikon Z7 II as my main camera on my channel, and then my backup camera is a Nikon D850. So do we have some Nikon photographers here?
Uh, should be everybody in here. We've all been talking about nothing but Nikon.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to get me some Z glass. That's my next purchase, I think, because right now I am going through a F to Z adapter. So yeah, it's really good to see some Nikon shooters coming forefront and the kind of guy for life probably. But I have the utmost respect.
Give me 1 second to add a battery, and we are up
Yeah,
and running.
that you know, we stress collaboration to the fullest, and I think on platforms like this, that is where it really comes into fruition, and being able to use these outlets to bring people together. I mean, just look at everybody in the chat right now that probably wouldn't even be talking with one another.
It's booting up. It just takes a minute, and
Yeah, and we don't have that latency problem anymore, so that's pretty good.
yeah, maybe I don't know what happened, but I'm happy. All
Yeah.
right, so I'm going to switch over to this camera. Well, let me show you real quick. So here we are. This is the Z6 II.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got the Hollyland Mars 400 attached to it. And
Okay.
if you have a cage, it's really nice. You can mount all the peripherals around the cage. But anyway, it's a real quick setup. Now, let me switch to the camera.
Is that like a 24 to 70?
This is the 24 to 70G,
Okay.
or actually, this is the E lens. So, if I don't make everybody dizzy, so as you see it, it's a problem. I don't know if you can see. Well, hang on a second. Let me go maximize my screen so that it shows the. Uh, I'm hoping. No, it's. Why are we not? All right. Hang on a
Mhm.
second. Let me switch lenses. Maybe it has to do with S glass or Z lenses.
Oh yeah, I see the Hollyland now. Please check video source. So what are some camera bodies that you all are using right now? Yeah, Chuck, you have a serious setup, man.
Yeah, for somebody that doesn't make any money, huh? That's only part of it, buddy. That's only part of it.
Man, it's like you fake it till you make it.
Yeah, again, I'm not worried about. This is my hobby. I enjoy it. It's my therapy, if you will.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what? I just noticed if I'm going to restream, you're not going to see the info on the back of the. If I go directly through YouTube for the video, I don't have a problem. It shows you all of the information on the viewfinder and on the back of the LCD screen. So
Okay.
yeah, it kind of bums me out that Restream's not going to allow me to do it. Maybe there's some settings I can do to change that. I don't know, but so anyway, rather than make everybody seasick. All right, so yeah, I'll check that out. But there's a photo for the thumbnail for this video is actually a photo taken with the camera. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Let's try this real quick. Let me get her back going again here. Let me go to photo mode. That's what I need to do. See, there's always a explanation.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
all right.
always a trick.
Yep. All right. So let's go back to there you go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So now you can see everything in the camera.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, oh man, that's going to be perfect for a photo shoot right there, Chuck.
yeah, so I think it's an opportunity. Again, I get the Z9. I want to do a stream and let everybody say, hey, how about this? How about that? And
Yeah,
they can see the settings on the camera as I'm shooting. And they know that, okay, that's what I wanted to see or whatever, instead of me just trying to tell people, here are the settings.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That man, that right there, and you can see the shot.
Yep.
That'll be amazing. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, it even freezes the frame. Yeah, you see exactly what's in camera. So that's like that coupled with shooting tethered. Man, you have everything right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let me try this again. I am going to. So there's the workbench with everything on it. So I'm going to. Well, don't want to make everybody dizzy again. Sorry about that. Set it up here one day here in the next few days, tethered and everything, and so that the photo comes up, everybody can see straight out of camera. Here it is. Here's what we captured with these settings. And anyway, that was my idea. What I wanted to do, and I heard you talking, Anthony. We haven't forgot about you, man. Nikon. Who else? Briar. Sorry, just throwing all this out there. If you guys got any questions about any of this, drop them. So Ryan Troy jumped in. I thought I just got a subscription notification from him. But anyway, let's go back to, hey, Ryan, it's going great, man. I snagged TMIDD. He just said hi and basically abducted him, brought him in here, trying out Restream. Here, Anthony was talking about asking about Restream, and I explained that it's really uh, almost the same as StreamYard. I know there are some subtle differences between the two, but I know that he's been on your show with you and you using StreamYard. I don't know. Did you look at Restream before you got StreamYard?
Yeah, because that that quality is, everything makes a difference. That especially to capture an audience, that audio, that video feed makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to doing it. Now all I got to do is find something to shoot at the time, find somebody to come in and so do a live shoot and let everybody ask all the questions they want. Flash, no flash, and I've got everything under the sun as far as soft boxes, strip boxes. I got a 7 foot umbrella that I can actually set up in here. I use a lot of this. I actually shoot my stepdaughter. She has a business, and I'll she comes in periodically, shoots a lot of content for her channel,
Okay.
but for their portraits for the site, she wants everything just absolutely flat because
Wow.
you know how women are.
Yeah.
They want it, no blemishes, no anything, and you shoot flat light. It is flattering, but it's not the way I shoot. I'm a dramatic shooter. I know you said that last night. I like saturation and I
Yeah.
like drama for portraits. Now, nobody wants that for their social media,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
something I like to shoot, and I like those dramatic portraits. I love black and white and doing that. So, but I'm not here to tell you all about all that stuff. Really, the thing I wanted to demonstrate was how this transmitter works and being able to see the settings on the camera just as I see it. And I think it'll be a good time to get people in to say, hey, try this, do this. Let's see what, the low light uh, focusing looks like because I can demonstrate that here by turning the lights
Yeah.
down. You see the camera, you know what the ISO setting is and how quick it's actually grabbing focus under those conditions. So, anyway, that was my intent with that. And I'd hope it might help some people, a lot of people that are still on the fence about the capabilities.
Yeah.
And I think it'd just be fun to do and to do a photo shoot, again, back to people asking what lens, what focal length, what shutter speed, what ISO. Well, it's all
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. But definitely some questions that I get. So what lighting do you use? Like I'm mainly Godox. I have some young Nuo, but what are you using?
I have two. It's Godox. It's not Godox. Flashpoint. I bought
Flashpoint.
Adorama, so it's Godox rebrand. I have two 8600s and 8400 Pro. I have uh, Profoto D1500 kit,
Oh,
two 500-watt strobes, and I bought those a long time ago. But I really liked what Godox and uh, Flashpoint, if you
point.
will, were
Yeah,
doing. I mean, it was a great. The prices were right.
yeah.
I think they're good lights. I've seen a lot of reviews on them, and I started investing in them. But I can mix all of them, so that's not a problem. I had a question here, real quick. I wanted to. So Ryan was asking, how much does it cost? Uh, Ryan, I don't know about StreamYard. It may have different levels as well, but in Restream, they have a free level that you can use free forever. It obviously has limitations. The biggest one that bothered me was 720p. But you have to jump up to the professional level. They call it the professional level for 1080p out. And right now, it's $245 for the year subscription. Now, I'm sure it's going to go up at the next year, but 50% off right now, 245 for the 1 year subscription at the professional level. So I like it. It's all. I haven't done anything yet. You can put your branding all over the background and everything else.
Oh yeah.
Um, I just went with this because it was the first free or streaming platform I came across, tried the free, and here I am. So couldn't pass it up when they went 50% off. And that's until, as I said earlier, midnight on the 29th. Yeah, I don't think so. Now I may change my mind next year when it comes up for renewal and they hit me with $500, but I don't know. But for a year, I'm going to have fun with it. So there you have it.
Yeah, you can have, definitely using it for live stream or even bringing people on or things like that. So I think you already have it set up to get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to have fun with it. There's no doubt about that. And like you were talking about earlier when I was making everybody dizzy moving the camera around, my intent again is to try to get people to notice Nikon now. I'm sick of, Nikon always gets dropped in any conversation about what camera should I get.
Hmm.
And I truly believe it was in the initial drop of the Z6 and Z7,
Yeah,
and and whether he likes it or not, Jared Poland really put a bad taste in everybody's mouth about Nikon. I don't think it's fair. He does, and of course, it's his opinion, and he can have that opinion. But it wasn't just him; it was others. And now we have reached this point where any new shooter out there that wants to be the next big videographer or photographer is asking their buddy, and if it's video, their buddy's sending them straight to Sony. You got to get
yeah,
Sony. It's the only thing out there that is good as far as video goes, and for photography, everybody was talking all about the Canon, and Nikon just was never in the equation. So that was my intent. I have nothing against Canon; they're great cameras. I don't have anything against the Sony company and their cameras, other than I don't like the feel of the camera.
yeah,
But if you do, great on you. But I don't like the influencers saying don't buy Nikon. I don't think that's fair. I think
yeah,
Nikon is very competitive. And with the Z9 and its capability and what's going to trickle out of it into the next generation bodies, I think it's as competitive, if not more so, right now. And
yeah,
yes, Canon's going to step up. They're going to jump ahead, and then Sony's going to do the same thing. But from now on, I don't think you have Nikon back in the shadows. They're as innovative as anybody else. They've proven
yeah,
it over and over. And I have harped on, if you've seen any of my live streams, video, it's so important right now for Nikon to get the video right in the cameras. They did a fantastic job with the Z9, but that's what this next generation is looking at. These hybrid cameras are going to sell more so than DSLRs have over the years. I don't mean
Yeah.
immediately, but over time, because video is such a big part of everything now. So, anyway, I'll get off my high horse for a minute. And I'm not going to hold that Canon against you there, Anthony. I know it's a great camera, and I agree with you. But I'm Nikon. I like it, and I just, I don't want Nikon to get left behind. Nikon deserves the same status as the others. And you talked about it last night, TMIDD, the colors. Everybody talked about the color science of Nikon. I don't know that it's better than Canon. I like it, but that's subjective to whoever.
Anybody? Correct.
There you go. But and I said earlier in this live stream, if somebody asked me what should I get, Nikon, Canon, or Sony, I'm not going to say get Nikon. I would like for them to hold each camera and find out which one feels best in their hand, and also what is aesthetically more pleasing to them, and then make your choice, because the cameras are going to be so close, it's not going to matter internally. You're
You
going to
know,
buy on aesthetics and feel.
actually, that's funny that you say that because Anthony, Ryan, and I, we have this challenge coming out, and we were, taking a picture with our camera, and everybody went to go grab their camera, and Anthony grabbed my Z7 II instead of his Canon R, thinking that it was the Canon R. So it's like, okay, so we know that you like the Z7 too.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, again, I don't have any problems with any of the manufacturers. What I have a problem with is all the people that troll the other manufacturers. It just aggravates me to death.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's Nikon. This is his the Sony feels like a PlayStation controller. Uh, the little box type. And I agree, especially early on. I mean, that to me, I feel the same way. I can't say that the camera was bad. I won't say that. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the feel, you know. So, and a lot of people will say, well, one menu system, oh, it's so difficult. I like mine. Well, guess what? You'd like the other one if that's what you started with.
Yeah.
It's a matter of you're used to what you have. That therefore that menu system is better. And there may be some subtlety to some of the menu systems, but it's not as big as everybody makes it out to be. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, no, that's true because so actually, my channel started from travel vlogs. And with those videos, I was using a Sony A7S II because I wanted everything in 4K and just the best travel vlog that I can make.
Right.
And so that's kind of what I stick with for video, just because I have it now. But you
Yeah.
know, the Z7 II, when I did video with that, I was very, very pleased coming from the DSLR D850 trying to get some video out of it.
Brother, if you go back and look at a couple of videos I did a year and a half ago, when I first started trying to put all this together using DSLRs, the D850, the D5
Yeah.
with F mount glass, it's so aggravating. And I'll be the first to admit it is aggravating watching the lens hunt,
Yeah.
listening to it hunt.
Listen.
So you have to go manual focus and then stay in a bubble. You can't move any more than this.
Exactly.
And I had a complaint, and I was complaining big time to Nikon in those videos. DSLRs, Nikon DSLRs are fantastic for photos. No ifs, ands, or
Photo.
buts about it.
Yeah.
Video, the specs in the cameras were still okay,
Yeah.
but the autofocus, forget it. If you're pulling focus, who cares? But for autofocus, no, you'll drive yourself crazy. So I was so happy to see them in the mirrorless market, and now they've made the upgrade to where we want to be. Ryan had a comment. I know Nikon had a comment. Sorry, I don't want to leave them guys out of this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all about them, to be honest.
Absolutely, I agree
Yeah.
with you. Um, uh, Happy Turkey Day. Yeah, brother. I don't know who that's for, but I appreciate it. And happy Turkey Day to everybody out there in the U.S. because, we've got Mr. Nikon over there in Ireland.
Ah.
Let's see. I thought there was something else. I'm trying to go through the comments here real quick. Uh, and maybe you were talking to somebody else. That's typical me. Uh, Yeah, Anthony has respect for Nikon. I know, and I've got all kinds of respect. As I commented on one of your videos, Ryan, Anthony, you're a stand up guy. I really like your attitude and everything else. You too, Ryan. Uh, I really enjoy watching you guys. And T Mid, I just watch him to try to get smarter. Uh, yeah, I think I saw it. If you see anything, by all means, T Mid, jump in there.
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah. You just got a new question from Ryan at the top.
well, of course, now that I'm all the way. What camera body, Ryan? You mean I'm using right now? This is my Z6, not the Z6 II, but the Z6, and I've got a Ninja 5 mounted on it just to run everything through it. I'm using an ATEM Mini Pro switcher and the Rodecaster Pro, which I know you're familiar with. I've seen that in your videos. So I'm running all the audio through that into the ATEM and then the spider web out to feed everything. USB C from the ATEM Mini Pro to the laptop, and that everything is funneled through and siphoned through that to the laptop. So yeah, I got a couple of monitors. I think you saw that a minute ago. Everything is tied into what's going on in the video right now,
Yeah.
and another laptop that I can switch to, and with the ATEM Mini Pro. So I got more stuff than I need. So it's never about need with me. It's about want. uh, oh man, I'm glad you guys dropped in. Yeah, you guys are welcome anytime. So I'm doing live streams periodically. I don't have a set on Wednesday at 7 or anything like that. But anytime you see me on, I'm going to get Nikon in here. He lives in the remote area of Ireland. I'm just making fun of you now, Nikon. So his uplink is pretty sad, and I know he's fighting to try to do something better, but can't get him in here live. Um,
Okay.
oh, Anthony's driving, brother. Don't tear your car up and kill yourself. Just listen to us bash you. I'm just kidding, man. Oh
Yeah.
man.
You said so. Ryan said you running your live going through the Ninja.
Um, so you're using a cam link. Okay, I've got that too. Um, I don't use it anymore now that I picked up the ATEM Mini Pro. Uh, I just use, believe it or not, now the Ninja 5 is just a on-camera monitor that I don't really need,
Oh, really?
but it gives me the opportunity to run the signal out, and then from the Ninja 5, the output I run to the ATEM Mini Pro. I could go straight to the ATEM Mini Pro without the Ninja 5. It just gives me a little bit of a small monitor above the camera that I can look at. I could record to it, obviously, but I don't. And so, yeah, it's not really doing anything for me right now, honestly.
Oh,
Um,
well, it's letting you look at yourself. You like to look at yourself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I'm shooting on the Z6. I had the Z6 II hooked up to the transmitter, the Mars transmitter, and I've got the D850. Where's the D850 is over there against the wall with the 80 to 400 on it right now. 400 2.8 with the D500 sitting right there. You can't see, but anyway, it's sitting over there. So that's what I've got, and I've got a bunch of other lenses. I've got a couple of Sigma lenses that I'm ready to get rid of. Um, I
Oh,
just not a big fan of them. They're very contrasty. They are sharp, but I I don't use 35 millimeter. I got it because I thought maybe I could make myself like it. Uh oh. But I don't. So anyway, I've got the 35 and 50 art that I'm probably just going to get rid of.
and that's interesting because the 35 is one of my favorite lenses.
I know a lot of people say that. I just, for whatever reason, I can't get into it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I find myself using it a lot when I do outdoor photo shoots. That's kind of when I really use it. Is
Yeah.
outdoors. When I'm inside the studio, though, believe it or not, I really don't go below my 70 to 200. I'm always kind of in that range, and
Yeah.
if I leave it up to myself, I'm going to stay with the 70 to 200. But sometimes, just for purposes of a video I might be pushing out, I might have to force myself to use a different lens.
Yeah. And this is controversial too. I know a lot of people will say, but again, I'm not in this professionally. I
Yeah.
like my zooms. The
Oh
24 to
yeah.
70 has served me well. So I've obviously got 35 in there, and I'm sure that I have photos. If I went back and just tagged 35 millimeter, I guarantee you, or 35, 36, 37, 34, I guarantee you there are going to be some, quite a few photos in that range. Am I
Absolutely. Yeah.
lazy? I don't know. Maybe so. It could be. But the 24 to 70 is the all purpose lens for me, and I have shot portraits with it and everything else. I do have on the F mount side, I have the 85 1.4, which I don't like. I just don't like that lens.
Oh really? Yeah.
It's,
I have that that lens too.
yeah, it's the focus on it is slow. And I mean, you tell me, how is yours?
Yeah, so it's interesting because I rarely pull out. So when I say I have to force myself to use other lenses, like everybody was telling me, no man, you're gonna love this 85 for studio work.
Same
Trust me.
thing.
Man, I got it, and I still go to my 70 to 200.
Yeah, absolutely. And if this one wasn't so much standoff, I'll tell you right now, this is my absolute favorite lens, and I will look for reasons to actually shoot it.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Yeah,
The,
that's
the 200 F2.
yeah. You taking that with his own carrying case, huh?
Yeah. And I've carried this all day long shooting events. And yes, it will whip you. But the
Yeah.
photos you get with this lens are just fantastic. I have watched some of the reviews of the 51.2 S lens, and I've got to say, it's looking pretty daggone good compared to the 200.
Oh man. You
I
know
like that 51.2. I don't need another 50 millimeter lens, but man, I'm jonesing for that thing.
that is one of the things that I don't use as much. Also, but of course, I'm still shooting F to Z, so I was looking at the 51.2 as maybe a first lens, but it's kind of a unicorn right now. Kind of rare to get your hands on in terms of trying to rent it to try it out first or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nikon just said Canon has a 201.8. Well, I don't know. I haven't really looked at Canon's lens lineup, but it's got to be a fantastic lens too. I can't believe that it would be any that it wouldn't
Anything.
be as good as the Nikon 200. But yeah, it's a lens. You look for reasons to pull it out and use it. Obviously, you need walkie talkies to talk to your model if you're trying to shoot with this lens, or somebody relaying information to her. But the what you get out of it, especially if you can separate them from the background a bit, the background
Oh
goes
yeah.
away. It don't. I mean, it just looks like a backdrop. It's just it's phenomenal. But yeah, I
Man.
love it. Obviously, I don't shoot it all the time, but I do love the lens. Oh yeah, f2. Okay, 202. Yeah. Um, I wanted to go back here. See, Nikon, you said Sigma, Tamron, third party lenses, Tamron glass more aligned to manufacturer's OEM in output than Sigma, in my worthless opinion. You don't have a worthless opinion. We all do, if anything. You just heard, I don't like the 35. And here's a man telling me he loves the 35
35,
millimeter. So, yeah.
yeah.
So, it's to each his own and what you like. But Ryan had a something he stated up here. Need to look that up. What you were running it to? Haven't heard of that. You have all the gear. Well, I don't have all the gear, Ryan, but I do have a lot of gear.
Yeah, I
Um,
think he was referring to that A10 Mini.
yeah, if you haven't checked that out, yeah, check out the ATEM series, Black Magic ATEM Mini, and there are five or four versions of this now. I just have the Mini Pro, and there are three new models above that. But check it out, and it's reasonable right now. The Mini Pro, because there are so many other models above it. But you get eight. It's ATEM, all caps, ATEM Mini Pro. It's one of Black Magic's products. And Black Magic has knocked it out of the park for the last several years with everything, as you know. Um, and now I understand Black Magic and Nikon might collaborate on something. Wasn't that what I heard? Thought I heard a rumor about that. But yeah, the A10 Mini Pro, it has four inputs, HDMI inputs from four different sources, be it laptop, computer, uh, whatever, and one out. So if you're going out to monitors and that's kind of the reason I have this spider web effect going
Yeah,
on, because I need more outputs to different things. So it gives you one out, and then it also gives you USB C, which you can run to your computer. That all the ATEM uh, feeds run into whatever you're using for an output device. So yeah, it's an interesting little piece of kit. I bought it because now here's the problem. It worked great. I didn't use it for about 8 months. I was busy, gone, couldn't use it, whatever, come back and go to do a live stream. And before it was just touch and go. It just
yeah,
automatically synced to YouTube, no problem. And YouTube changed their algorithm or something.
man.
So the 810 mini wasn't supported. There is a workaround. You don't have to tell the YouTube you're using the 810 mini Pro. And I can talk to you about how I worked around that. It is a simple workaround, but it used to be seamless, man. Hit the button, turn it on, you're up and running, you're live. You don't have to use it live. It will record also. It has two audio inputs.
Mm.
For microphones and things like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't provide phantom power if your mic needs that. But with the Rodecaster Pro, I run two out on the stereo plug or stereo plugs in the back, 2 to 1, one into the A10 Mini Pro. So that's the audio that you hear right now. It's coming out of the Rodecaster
The
through the
roadcaster.
A10. Yeah. I love the Rodecaster too. It's just simple, and I need simple.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, so yeah, it's oh, Nikon asked, is Nikon not with Adamus anymore? Yeah, yeah, they are. Obviously, they were in the beginning for Final Cut Pro uh, possibilities. with the ATEM. I'm sorry, with the Adamus Ninja 5. But now the Adamus Ninja 5 is not going to do you any good if you want to shoot 8K. Now you're going to have to invest and go to the 5 Plus. Great thing, big selling point for the Z9 is you don't need an Adamus.
Oh yeah,
Record everything internal, take the card out and plug it into whatever you're going to your NLE is or whatever, and you're good to go. That doesn't get any play out in the world either.
oh yeah, yeah, and
You know,
that's a big deal right there.
people say, "Well, it costs this much." Well, you can go buy a Z7 II
Yeah,
and an Adamus Ninja 5 Plus, and tell me where you're at in cost.
yeah, exactly.
So, pay me now, pay me later. If you can get a better, the latest camera for the same cost as that, but then you don't need, I guess, the Ninja 5 Plus with A7 too. You're not shooting 8K. So maybe you can still use it as a selling point and see if they catch it. Oh, yeah. Black Magic with 8K and 12K output. Yep. Uh, uh, Ryan's checking out Blackmagic 8 ATEM Mini Pro. Yeah, it's a neat little device. It's a great switcher. And if you don't have a switcher, it's a cheap enough switcher that works extremely well to flip back and forth from the different feeds. You can have 4 different cameras or a couple of cameras, a couple of laptops, or whatever feeding it. And then it's just pushing the buttons to switch between them. The software is free. Once you buy the device, the software is a free download. It's really intuitive, easy to follow, and if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, so are
So
you using the Nikon utility to stream
no,
the video? Oh, okay.
no, right out of the A10 Mini Pro into the laptop, open Restream. I mean, for right now, open Restream, and it allows me to set up how many pages and what pages or links I want to stream to, and that's pretty much it.
Do
And
they
it has
have?
everything. Go
I was
ahead.
going to ask. Do they have a 4K capability too with that ATEM,
No.
or you have to? Okay,
Oh, well, the ATEM, no, it's all 1080p.
1080p.
So all that's coming next. So
Yeah,
of course, we're going to milk everybody the second time around for 4K.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then the same thing for 8K when that becomes a thing.
Yep. Hey, talk to him for a second. I'm sitting there dancing like a 5-year old in the grocery store having to pee. So I'll
Oh
be
yeah.
right back.
Yeah, so we were talking yesterday, Nikon, which I actually got the relevance to your name since you use Nikon and Canon. So I like how you put that in there. But with the 8K and 12K outputs, yeah, did you work out today? I did work out and eat that plate. I did do that. But I don't think it will be too long before 8K, well, 6K and 8K becomes a thing. One of the things that I did was immediately start using 4K because we all know HD was the standard for video. So everything that was in HD we knew would be quality. And so as 6K and 8K come along, 4K is going to replace that 1080p and 4K is going to be the norm. So trying to retain that quality, but of course technology just supersedes and always levels up. So keeping all of these uh, techs and gadgets together, it definitely helps with the feed on your end of being able to look at everything. Like the Summer Olympics was broadcast in 8K in Japan. Man, See now, and that's the thing. Once you push more and more into that, the next thing you know, 8K is going to become a thing. But even on YouTube, I know it's going to take some doing because then you have to worry about storing all of these large data files that all the content creators are pushing in 8K.
Ryan, what are you doing right now? He's busy. He's editing, I bet you, or something. Hey, it's good, with something like this, you can listen and edit at the same time.
Yeah, that's one thing that I found out that was good about going live at night. Sometimes is that a lot of people are at their computer editing whatever they may be editing, whether it's photos, videos, and just need something in the background, something to keep them entertained or something.
Oh, great, man. Put up the Christmas tree with the kids. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I got to go put up some food too. Ate way too much, but that's okay today, isn't it? Isn't that
Yeah,
allowed?
yeah. You get a pass. You get a
Yeah.
pass today.
Get an extra piece of pie and another piece of cake. All right. I'm looking forward to the turkey sandwiches. That's my favorite part of making it or cooking a turkey is the sandwiches.
Oh, so you get the leftovers tomorrow.
Yeah. Bring out the Miracle Whip and bread. Time for turkey sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Is there an HDMI cable that will handle 8K yet? I don't know that there is.
Yes.
That may have to be SDI for 8K.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe that's part of the reason Nikon decided, well, we'll just do 8K internal. Then it's on the card, and you can put the card in anything, any reader or whatever.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
don't.
Oh,
Gerald Undone did a video a while back. It's been a couple of years ago on HDMI cables are not all HDMI cables are not the same, and he talked about the throughput on HDMI. And I'm sure it's time for him to do a new one if there's an upgrade to HDMI. But that was one of the problems with, if I remember, HDMI cables initially, even talking about 4K. So Nikon says, yes, there's 8K cables on sale here in Ireland. I have an 8K TV. Uh, yeah, well, I stand corrected, but I knew that that was the reason SDI was hanging on. That's the only reason
yeah.
SDI was hanging on, uh, is because of the throughput on SDI, and that of course they put SDI in all the cinema cameras.
Oh yeah.
Um, with 8K TV. All right. Wow. That's so lifelike. You feel like you've been shot, I guess, huh?
Oh
8K.
yeah, yeah. That's virtual. That's virtual enough right there.
Hmm. You need to get 4 or 5 of them and just surround yourself with them. Oh, man.
That would be a
Hey,
nice.
TMIDD, I'm not going to hold you in here. I'm going to hang around as long as anybody wants to be here. But I still want to say thank you much for at least letting me try this out and
Oh yeah,
snag
yeah,
you for a while.
yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, it's 10:45. Yeah, I'll probably hop off and catch you on the next one.
All right. But again, man, I really appreciate you dropping by. Enjoy your videos. I like the content. I like Ryan, his content, and those that he's had in there to actually interview. Not trying to copy him or Vahography or anybody else. I want this just to be more lively, local chat,
Yeah,
amongst
yeah.
a bunch of us. Um, My hat's off to them being able to corner some of these people that they've had. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic, and I hope the best. You know, Ryan, you keep moving on, buddy. With that, Gray's of Westminster was a great catch. Uh, I appreciate it. You don't want me on there though. I'm rattle brain, and I'm just going to go down rabbit holes and oh, I remember generalities, not details, and that's always a problem in camera conversations. But
Well,
yeah,
we just keep everything general.
yeah. Well, I mean, for me, yeah, you take a picture and you hold this button, and yeah, I know how to do it, but I sure can't explain all the time how I do it. I'm just not one of those techie kind of people, which you may not believe seeing all the junk. Um, oh, one thing I noticed you were talking about your backdrop, showing some of the older photos and how you used just some backdrop stands or whatever. And yeah, those are such a pain. The
Yeah.
footprint's terrible. I went to Auto Poles a long time ago, and I have a 3 roll setup up on top, not the standard that everybody uses. I'll show you here one of these days. I use J hooks and super clamps,
Oh
and
yeah.
I love those J poles. That is the only way to go for people, even if your studio isn't permanent and mama says, no, you're taking that down when you're finished,
Down.
which I
Yeah.
used to have. But with the auto pole system, it's really easy to do. It's sturdy. So I'm a believer in auto poles, man. Anybody that didn't use
Absolutely.
them, you should invest in them. It's like C stands, you know.
Yeah.
Invest in C stands. You need some other lighter tripods. I get, but man, C stands are the heat for so many different things, even holding up backdrops. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
don't make the mistake I've made buying cheap and buying cheap again and cheap again until I realized I could have bought the right thing the first time.
First time. Absolutely.
And that was advice that was given to me that I blew off. No, man, there's a sale. These are only $19. And a week later, you know why they were only
19.
$19 when you're buying the new light that fell off of that thing or
Oh
whatever.
man. Yeah, I've been there too.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, so I will definitely catch you on the next one, Chuck. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it again. Love your content and always tuning in, even if I don't have time. And that goes for everybody. You know, Ryan, I'll always drop in. I'll drop a like and try to drop a comment. You know, just like with you, I may not stick around, but you guys deserve that.
Oh
You're
yeah, yeah.
building your audience, and I know all that feeds the algorithm. So always count on me if I catch it. I'm going to drop in and give you a like. I may not be able to stick around.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's all that counts, you know. Everybody helping everyone else.
And if I get carried away with comments in any of your all's streams or whatever, just shut me off, man. Because I'm apt to do that. I'm passionate about this. I really am.
Oh
So,
yeah, 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 yeah. There's no
all right.
problems.
Well, I'm not going. I'm not going to hold you up any longer. Again, thanks for coming by, and look forward to doing it some more.
All right. Until next time.
All right, buddy. Take care. We'll be watching for your next video.
All right.
God bless you, and we'll see you later. Ah, Anthony Wood, yes, here. AP, did I hear earlier that you're just a hobbyist photographer? Yes, I am. I say I'm not. I'm not a paid for. I don't do it for pay. I help several people out. Family, my stepdaughter, who I love helping her out, and that's both photography and videography. And my stepson, he does a lot of YouTube stuff, and so I help him out with videography and photography as well, and other people in the family. I'm not going to take money out of a working photographer's pocket. If somebody outside my, intimate ring of friends and family said they want something, I'm going to refer them to a photographer that's working for a living. Um, so I really do uh, just enjoy it as a hobby, which is why I harp on these people in forums that say, "Do you need it?" There are people out here like me that don't need it, but I want it, and I've worked hard all my life to have this opportunity now. So I'm on a soapbox, but anyway, yes, I'm a hobbyist and I enjoy it. I just can't get my wife to get in front of the camera, and she's gorgeous. She's sitting over here laughing right now, and she is gorgeous, but she's not going to get in front of the camera. Oh man. Uh, so we have some other folks in here. I want to get Chelsea and Tony, and but I don't think we'll be able to. But I'm going to try. Good on you, Ryan. And that would be an interesting conversation. And you know what? You're a better person to handle that than me. Um, I'm sorry. I would just have to be blunt, not rude, but blunt about certain things. And I just don't think I could handle the back and forth discussion with them or even Jared. I mean, if Jared wanted to join, I'd be happy to let him join. But if he wants to talk about what he's done, as far as Nikon videos and things like that, that's just going to go the wrong way fast. Um, but I hope the best, man. I hope you do get them on, and it will be interesting as always to see how that interview goes. I think you do a great job. You and Vahography too. I like watching him too, and he's tagged some pretty special people too. So you guys go get them. I think you're good at it. Buy cheap, spend twice. Absolutely, absolutely. I've learned that the hard way so many times. Um, oh, yeah, Ryan, you're the man for the job there. I'm not. I enjoy this, just being able to goof off, kid around, talk about some of the things, learn a lot from the audience, and I want it to be as interactive as it can be, so people enjoy dropping in and chatting with us. And next go around, I'm going to snag you and get you in here live. Nothing prepared, just to talk and talk to the audience as well. I think that a lot of people will enjoy that now. It's kind of a breath of fresh air in the photography world. Well, thank you, Anthony, and absolutely to you. Again, I commented on one of the interviews that Ryan did with you. I think you're a professional um, in every way, and I wish the best um, for your photography business. And I always enjoy seeing you. I like the shootouts. I think those are great that you guys, Ryan, that you've set up and others. I really enjoy those because I'm looking at it and seeing, okay, I'm thinking, what would I do? I know what you guys are doing, but I'm thinking, what would I do? And it really helps me out. Uh, Nikon. That's why I got to get you on here live, man. The comedian. Uh, uh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So Ryan, the mic you use is great. Which mic is it? This is the Rode NT1A, and of course, it's in the menu of the Rodecaster Pro, as you probably already know, is one of the mics. And yeah, I love this microphone. I wouldn't have bought it, but like everything I have over the years, I didn't buy this in one lump purchase. Over the years, I watch B&H religiously at their deal of the day at the end of the day or midnight. It changes every midnight. And this came up as one of the items in that. It was on sale and it was half price. And I thought, you know what? I can't pass this up. I've got to buy. So I did. And it just sat for a long time. But now it's found a home and it's being used. So there it is. I love the microphone and I love, and it's pretty narcissist, but I like to put the headphones on and listen to it because it is that good. So yeah, I've got I bought Rode the pod mics, which are fantastic and they're great for noisy environments. But I found out that I don't like it. I like it in a noisy environment; it's fantastic. But here in a studio setting, you just can't beat the NT1 for the price. Okay, there are many microphones out there that are better, but for the price, you can't beat it. I don't think so. Thanks for that too. Doing a podcast. That's condenser mic, right? Yep, yep. So obviously you got to have phantom power for it, and as you know, the Rodecaster Pro, that's no problem at all. Yep, pod mic's $99, and it sounds good, but you have to be right on that microphone for it to sound as good. And you should be with this as well. So I can, as I move up closer to it, it's even better. Uh, but it's, I think this mic now is about $300. I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark. And I bought it when it wasn't as much because it did go up a little bit. I bought it when I got it on sale. I want to say like $169, I think, or 159. It's been so long ago, but I knew it was a great deal and I just bought it, set it aside, which is what I've done with a lot of things that I have. I knew someday I'm going to put all this together. So when it was on sale, I would buy it and just set it aside. So yeah, I just collected all this and eventually got to a point where I have the time and I wanted to actually put it together and start doing this. So you can see the difference backing away from the microphone. That's a great microphone. Sure SM7B. Yeah, that's a great microphone. Yeah, and that's what I did. I have two of the pod mics. In the event that I have somebody in here and I want to set it up so that all three can have a mic and participate in the conversation, which of course the Rodecaster Pro is great about providing jacks for four headphones for each participant. So yeah, I'd even thought about doing that at some point in time too. But right now, just with the streaming platforms out there, I really wanted to jump into this. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I actually experimented with using a phone call in, viewers, and that was a jerry rig that I put together. It didn't exist at the time. I found a way to make it work, but now with the Rodecaster Pro, as again, that Bluetooth link to your iPhone, if you have an iPhone, well, I guess any phone, man, that makes that simple. All you need is a phone number that you can throw out there to everybody. And I'm sure nobody wants to throw their personal phone number out there, but I'm working on getting another phone line. Uh, I have a phone to use and let do this with guests in here and have people call in and ask the guests a question. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And that's my intent with this whole thing, right? Is just to have some fun with it, let everybody enjoy it. Uh, a podcast. Does everybody else feel the same way? I hate my voice. I really do. I know it sounds crazy, but first time I heard it, I thought, man, I hate my voice. Yeah, exactly. Calling people for different topics so anybody that comes in and with Restream, you can have up to 10 guests, 9 plus myself, I think. And I think that it would be fun to get a bunch of different people in and chatting, talking about Nikon or whatever. and have the phone number for individuals to call in to talk to one of the any one of the guests that are in here. So I think that would be fun. Um, and again, that's it. It's just let us all get in here and chat about our favorite subject: photography, videography, Nikon or Canon. If you're a Canon shooter, I don't care. Of course, that may make it a little more fun with everybody ribbing each other over what camera they're shooting, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there now. Now that I've got the restream set up, I need to add branding, which I don't have because I don't have a brand, but set up backgrounds and things like that and get it ready and just, again, let anybody that wants to join come in and chat with us. Uh, Looking at the comments going on. Yeah, Nikon. Yeah. You know what? You say Zoom H8 and a Bluetooth adapter. Believe it or not, I did hardline wire from a iPhone into my Tascam DR, was it 60 or 600? I can't remember, is how I actually configured it to make that work. Um, but now the nice thing is with the Rodecaster Pro, it's just push a button, connect the phone, and you're done. It's that simple. Not only are you done, but you can change you can change the gain and everything else on the Rodecaster Pro for the mic. It's really nice. Uh, can't st- I, Ryan, I didn't mean to, or we didn't mean to drag you away from whatever you were doing. I'm glad you dropped in though. And Anthony, you still around? I really appreciate you guys dropping in. You can see I'm not the greatest at keeping track of the chat. And here I started this tonight just to kind of try it out and had one person, two people that were popping in and out. They weren't the same people. It was people that were coming through, saw the thumbnail, jumped in and said, no, I'm not going to be a part of this. But I'm glad that you guys came along. I mean, I just kidnapped TMIDD when he jumped in here, but I really appreciate him helping me sort that out so we know that we've got it up and running. Um, oh man, and this is what's fun about it for me. I'm not a million subscriber person. I don't even care. All that kind of stuff would be great or cool or whatever. But really, it's just having fun with now people that I enjoy being around with, photographers and videographers. Um, my wife sure doesn't want to hear it anymore. She's happy that I found this and can talk to others about it. Well, I appreciate that, Anthony. And I guess you're taking off, and I guess it is getting late. But man, really, I say this all the time, and it's absolutely true. I am humbled that anybody would want to, one, watch these things and subscribe. I really am because I nobody knows me from Adam. I know it's not a tit for tat. Hey, if you'll subscribe, I'll subscribe to you. So the people that have subscribed, it really humbles me, even though it doesn't sound like it when I'm in here ranting. But I really appreciate you coming by, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and let you get out of here if that's what you want to do. I know it's getting late, but I really appreciate you dropping by and hanging in here. I want you in here as a live participant, and Ryan. And we can have everybody. We don't have to schedule anything. When you're available and we're live, all you got to do is say, I'm here, send you the link, and you're in as a guest. Maybe we get the phone going and we let all of your fans know that you're live and let them call in and chat with you via the phone. So, looking forward to a whole lot coming up here. And it's been a pleasure watching you all and everything you do. And maybe I can give back to everybody a little bit by just having fun and a little live stream like this. And maybe we get to where we're doing it on a loose schedule, maybe. But I'm apt to go live anytime, especially if I find out anything about the Z9 right now. And I'm rambling again. It's getting late. Maybe it is time we all go. But thank you very much for being a part of it tonight. Nikan, always a pleasure with you. You're always going to say something that's going to crack me up. And I appreciate you being around here. Briar, if you're still in here, Terry, when he's in here. So there are a few that are kind of regulars. And it reminds me of my ham radio days. I always had regulars that we'd get on and chat late into the night. But I think this is much more fun because we've got a lot more toys to play with. So, anyway, unless anybody has anything else, and you're welcome to share it right now, I'm going to, I guess, close it down. I'm happy it's up and running, and everybody has an opportunity to share their thoughts and everything else. Rambling again. Uh, oh, man. I know I just yammer, but well, I appreciate that, Ryan. Anthony, great. Anybody else in here? I don't know other than Nikan. I'd like to say good night, but you're welcome to jump back in here anytime. Sit out there, be a participant, and just watch. We really like it if you jump in and add comments, and it's always fun to hear everybody else's opinion. We can agree, disagree, or whatever, but it's really fun to hear everybody's opinion. All right, everybody. God bless. Have a wonderful evening, what's left of it. I hope you had a wonderful holiday today if you're here in the U.S. And Nikan, I'm sorry that you guys didn't have it, but I really appreciate you being around too. Chat with you all later. I'll always put up a reminder to let everybody know what's coming. Obviously, I guess subscribers get that notification. But again, have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Bye bye.